My name is Dr. Claire Strode. I'm the owner and orthodontist here at Strode Orthodontics. You may run into me out at the soccer fields or out on the baseball diamonds. The things that I love most about orthodontics are when patients tell me how much they enjoy their smile and how much more confidence they have after having their treatment. We love serving the families and people here in South Johnson County and also surrounding areas. And I look forward to serving you and your family.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
This is your home for the Broncos. Spring Hill Sports Live.
Busher, though, with the rebound. She'll go right back up with it. Gets contact and the foul. Final seconds of this first quarter. 3 on the way by Herman. Big 3 to close out the first. Over to Schultz, nearly stolen away it is. Miller, throw it out for Gaw. Gaw being trailed. Hudson elevates and lays it in. Why he didn't shoot that, I don't know. Bruce will go from way down. Oh, baked it in! Yeah. Baked it in! My God. How about them apples? Wow.
It's time for the Broncos on your home for Spring Hill High School athletics. Spring Hill Sports Live.
Wednesday night hoops here inside Spring Hill High School, the home of the Broncos, for another sub-state matchup here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics. Strode Orthodontics specializes in creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and the staff of Strode Orthodontics are experienced, highly trained orthodontic specialists with decades of combined experience. Locations in Spring Hill, Olathe, and Overland Park. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. It is our pregame show presented by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, and we want to welcome you again to Bronco basketball here on Spring Hill Sports Live. The girls have a tough matchup ahead of them. A tale as old as time, Curtis. The Blue Valley Southwest Timberwolves come into Spring Hill for another postseason matchup. 3rd straight year in a row, and for the 2nd straight year, I've got the call on Spring Hill Sports Live. 6v11, the winner will take on the 3rd seeded St. James against the 14th seeded J.C. Harmon Hawks. Myself, Brendan Bolin, Curtis Kaiser, Caden Carbajo join you in Spring Hill. And Curtis, again, I mentioned it's a tale as old as time between these two teams, but one thing's for certain, this is about as even as a matchup as you can get.
Yeah, I think you can't let an 11 seed for Blue Valley South Westphalia. They're a very talented basketball team, and they're led by a couple of seniors in Macy Hansen and Kylie Cross, and we're going to have our hands full here tonight. But again, we've had them last couple of years here for sub-state. I think we won one, lost one, so we'll go for the tie break here this evening. But I got to feel good about where the girls are. We've really have established a 1-2 punch all year long. Early in the season, I wasn't for sure if that was going to happen, and Aubrey Meter has stood up and sometimes been maybe more the de facto number one than Isla Herman has been, but those two have kind of flip-flopped in that role, and that's great. And we've seen some growth out of the youngsters, and so looking for a great game here this evening. And
for the Broncos, they come out flying. They defeated Ottawa 47-43. And that was the game where, you had to really dig down deep within yourself and find the answer, and the Broncos did just that on Friday. It was a huge game for Isla Herman. And, I go back to someone that we don't really talk about much that deserves credit, Isabel Harris. What she did in that game was incredible. Scored the last 7 points in the second half, had 11 rebounds, and would hit the free throw. She went 1 of 4 that night, but that one free throw made the difference and secured that win to split the series with Ottawa.
Yeah, she really did. And she's developed more so this year. I mean, again, with opportunity comes development, right? So this year she's gotten a lot more opportunity, not a ton of varsity experience coming in. But she's really developed over the years, and I've watched her over the years, playing club ball and things like that. And she's really the move that she put on Ottawa, I've seen her do that 100 times, 150 times. Like, it's there. She doesn't utilize it, I think, as often as she should. If I would venture to say, if she had the confidence in herself that the coaches have in her, then she would probably be more aggressive on the offensive end and maybe do some of that more often than she does. So, yeah, it was great to see her step up in that moment. As a senior, that's a moment that she'll remember for a long time. Maybe we'll get to see another one of those here tonight.
And for Isla, went 16, 14, and 1, or 6 career double-double, or not 6 career, 6 double-double this season, I should mention. She's been on quite the tear. Let's take a look at the Timberwolves, who just went into the locker room. They come in 11-12. 3-4 in the EKL, and you might be like, well, that's a pretty weird low record. That's because there's only 7 other teams with them in the Eastern Kansas League, and they come into the big win over Blue Valley West after dropping a game against St. James, who's on that side of the bracket. We'll take a look at that in just a matter of moments. But for this Blue Valley Southwest team, this is a team that comes in averaging just a few points below average against Spring Hill, but what they provide is an evenly balanced attack. You mentioned Mia Hansen, the senior. We saw her last year. She's the only starter of the 5 they had last year. They lost, of course, Carter Skillman, who was that rebounding de facto number 1, but they bring in a freshman, Kylie Werkheiser, who averages 11 rebounds a game. She had 13 on Friday against Blue Valley West. So how do you stop a team that's so balanced like Blue Valley Southwest, Curtis?
Well, for her, for Werkheiser, you're going to have to keep her off the boards as well. That's something you need to keep an eye on. She averages, double figure in points, but she also is close on rebounds. So, and she's only a freshman with good size at 6'1". So, I really feel like we're maybe I would see, and this is where, if I were Coach Tuttle, what I would anticipate is I would see Isla Herman on Werkheiser to start with, and I would see Aubrey Meter on Hansen. That's how I would start the game, with just a man-to-man. And if Werkheiser for some reason starts to go off, then I would, you switch to his own defense, maybe pack it in, depending on how they're shooting from the outside, from the three-point range. That's something that they can do and do well. So, that's just an adjustment you have to make as the game goes on. But if I were me, that's funny. If I were Coach Tuttle, it would be Isla Herman on Werkheiser to start with, and Meter starting on Hansen.
You wouldn't think that you'd put Kylan Herman on Mia Hansen?
I would start with Meter just because she's senior on senior. Let them have at it. Aubrey, and I think Aubrey's going to want that. I think Kylan could probably do that. We've talked about it all year. Our freshman, Kylan Herman, is typically drawing their best player on the perimeter. But go win or go home. I'm going to trust the senior that's been doing it for several years and see where that takes us.
We'll take a quick commercial break here on our Comfort Design Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the east side of the sub-state brackets. And then after that, it's opening tip-off here. Sub-state semifinal, Broncos, Timberwolves, all that and more coming up on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience, with our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
For land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
First Auction Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Student section's packed and new signage in the student section. Quick look at the sub-state bracket. Just a quick look, and Curtis, looking on the screen, which matchup are you excited for?
Oh, you're going to expect me to read that? Come on, you know, I'm older than that. I got to get over there and see that.
Outside of ours, of course, Spring Hill, Sproul Valley Southwest. Of course, winner will take on St. James and Harmon. That game being played right now.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I'm struggling here. You're gonna have to make that bigger. My eyes aren't that good.
Of course. All right.
Sorry
Take
about
a quick
that.
break for the anthem. When we come back, opening tip-off at starters.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Every tax season a villain rises.
Keep those numbers messy. I thrive on confusion.
But when overpayment strikes, a hero answers the call.
You can't save them all, Captain.
Watch me. Prime Accounting, fighting for your deductions, protecting your refund. Don't let Tax Luther take your refund. Join Team Prime today. Power to the people who file.
To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Find whole body wellness with Sozo Chiropractic in downtown Spring Hill. Relax and recharge with medical-grade infrared. Experience natural relief with dry needling and acupuncture. Or try stem wave therapy, a cutting-edge option for pain relief and healing. Whether it's you, your kids, or your family, Sozo Chiropractic is here to help you feel your best. Visit us at 102 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-0010. Sozo Chiropractic. Relax, restore, and live well.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, let's introduce the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Sophomore Mia Hansen, senior Mia Hansen, senior Kylie Cross, freshman Kylie Werkheiser, senior Kennedy Reddy. Timberwolves are led by head coach in his 7th year, TJ Taylor. Normal starting five for the Broncos: Meter, McConnell, Kylan Herman, Isla Herman, and Isabel Harris. Coach Paige Tuttle in her 4th season. And Curtis, let's go to our key to the game presented by the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce. What's your key, Curtis?
Well, for looking up and down this Blue Valley Southwest roster, they got some pretty good size. And so for Spring Hill, I don't want them to be overwhelmed by that. It's not something that we've seen throughout the season, but this one kind of caught me off guard. So for Spring Hill, you got to just run your offense, do your thing, take your shots when they're free, and don't let the size overwhelm you. Sometimes if you're a 5'4" guard and you got somebody at 5'10" guarding you like we're going to have, that could be intimidating. So let's keep their head in the game and let's play in the moment. And then for Blue Valley Southwest, you just have to find a way to slow down our two-headed monster of Meter and Herman. So
it's our key to the game presented by the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce. Reminding you to support our community and shop local. Keep up to date with Chamber events by visiting them online at springhillks.org or stop by the new office in downtown Spring Hill. Folks, it's a tale as old as time. 3rd straight postseason matchup here inside Spring Hill High School. The Broncos, the Timberwolves, win or go home once again. Broncos will win the tip, and away we go from Spring Hill High School. It's Meter with the basketball early on. Trying to drive in through a lot of contests. That one won't fall. Kylan Herman, second chance for the Broncos. The floater up and no good, tipped out. And it's brought in by Macy Hansen. And that one poked away. Broncos force their first turnover. The Broncos won this one last year. It sent them to their first state championship in several years. For the Timberwolves, They knocked this Bronco squad out in this same very sub-state semifinal a few years ago, and a foul on the floor. It's going to go against the senior Mia Hansen.
Yeah, you can see a concerted effort there to get Isla going there on the block. Same as we've seen in the last few games, so not a surprise there, but good job drawing the contact.
Connell in a double team. Meter, a three on the way from the corner. That one rims off the side of the iron. Rebound brought in by Kylie Cross.
Looked like Meter thought maybe she was fouled there.
Macy Hansen, the first points for the Timberwolves. First points of the game. Early 2-0 lead. Cross gets around the screen from Harris. McConnell to Harris. Swung to Meter, drives in, throws it up, no foul. Rebound brought in by Mia Hansen. It's in. Two-time All-EKL mention. Was part of the Sports in Kansas All-State team last year. Phenomenal year for Blue Valley Southwest. They finished 13-9 for Coach Taylor, working out of his first losing season in about a couple years.
Addie McConnell working her out down there on the block. They had a mismatch. Didn't see it. Addie did a good job.
Down to three. Have to get it off. Nothing doing. Shot clock violation. Beautifully ran defense by the Broncos, forcing the second Timberwolf turnover. That was just a perfect set. Cross just hung on to it a little bit too long. Broncos looking to turn this turnover into some points. And they're going to get Kylan Herman to the travel. It's the first Bronco turnover. So the Broncos and Timberwolves trade possessions with no points exchanged.
Yeah, it seems like right now Spring Hill's struggling to get the play in or get in sync because that play took way too long to develop. And Blue Valley Southwest saw it coming and was able to defend it pretty well.
Hansen to Mia Hansen for three. That one off the side of the glass. Aubrey Meter, her first rebound. Coming off a 23-point performance, just 4 rebounds and an assist. It was a phenomenal showing from Aubrey, who had it going for her. Had a couple threes in that game. Beautiful seal by Harris to knock down the basket. Right where she left off on Friday.
Yep, good execution there by Isabel to get it up on the glass, and good pass by Meter to find her there. Good
that
episode.
One tipped away. McConnell reading the pass greatly from Mia Hansen. Be thrown in by Kennedy Reddy. Senior that provided some depth off the bench last year for the Timberwolves. Hansen closed down on by McConnell to Macy Hansen for a three. Knocks it down. Macy Hansen's got all 5.
Yeah, that time Herman just was drawn in. The defense was drawn in, and she couldn't close out quick enough. You got to close out quicker on Macy Hansen. She'll make the pay.
Hey, Hansen face guarding Isla Herman pretty much. Meter steps back, has to get some room. Fouled on the shot. She'll shoot 2 at the free throw line, and arguably one of the best to draw contact on a shot, Aubrey Meter.
Yeah, that's what she's done that, especially her senior year here. That's been her calling card. She's not afraid to take the contact or make the contact.
Meter 66% at the line. First one falls through. Had 7 free throws made out of 11 attempts. And 2 for 2 that trip. Broncos trail by 1, closing in on the halfway mark of the first quarter. Nice defense by Kylan Herman, has to guard Kylie Cross. Will work it down for Mia Hansen, shot off the mark. Rebound Aubrey Meter. That's her second board. She'll look to go in transition, trying to throw it up. No, A lot of contact, no foul. Kept alive by Addie McConnell. Been the hustle and heart sophomore that this Broncos team needed. Isla Herman will work on Mia Hansen. Gets the screen, pulls up inside, shot falls. Isla Herman has the Broncos up top, just by one. Cross, wide open, Werkheiser. Kylie Werkheiser, her first points off the assist from the senior Kylie Cross. And the Timberwolves back in front, 7-6.
Yeah, we clearly lost her there. Not sure what happened defensively, but
McConnell all alone. That one just off the mark. Last off of, they'll say, Werkheiser. And there's two at the table ready to check in for the Timberwolves. It's the junior Gabby Cowan and then also the sophomore Haza Dilivo. They'll check in for Cross and Kennedy ready. Herman from the free throw line. Just off the mark that time. Macy Hansen, her second rebound. In transition, feed down, low to Werkheiser, and it's good. What a phenomenal start for Macy Hansen already. 5 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist.
Yep, she's playing well. Uh-oh.
They're trying to find Herman. It's taken away by Mia Hansen. Work to Macy. In the corner, all alone. Cowan, a three. Knocks it down. For the Timberwolves, who shoot 27% from three. Have built a lead on the Broncos, up by 6. 2:15 to play in the opening quarter. Back in just 30 seconds. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, look at the student section. A really solid capacity. Oh, we had a great crowd yesterday on hand. The student section made a lot of noise, brought the energy. They've done that so far today. Kylan for three. Yes! Kylan Herman cuts the lead down to just a basket.
Yeah, that's what the freshman can do. She's had games where she'd hit 3 of them in a quick.
But not before Hazel Dilivu to answer back, the sophomore. Puts the lead back up to 6. Alamelius, Keely Rodden, the 2 substitutions. Herman can answer back as well. Make it 5 for Iowa. It's raining threes here in the first quarter. Offensive foul. They're going to call an illegal screen on Kylie Werkheiser.
Yeah, Broncos did a good job there fighting through that screen, drawing the contact.
Aubrey Meter to check back into the game for Isla Melius. Melius logged 17 minutes on Friday against the Cyclones. She's been a steady player for the Broncos in her junior campaign. First varsity minutes. And they're going to get Mia Hansen for a reach. That's already her second personal. So Coach TJ Taylor is going to go to the bench as Kylie Cross will check in. That's somebody you don't want in foul trouble, especially this early in the game, is Mia Hansen.
Yeah, that definitely works to our favor.
Meter finds McConnell. That one poked away. And they'll call a loose ball foul on Aubrey Meter. That's Meter's first personal, first on the Broncos. Been a very solid, clean first quarter for Spring Hill. 4 team fouls for the Timberwolves, just Meter's fouls the first.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely, this time of year, definitely don't want to get your stars in foul trouble. So far, the Broncos done a good job of that.
Cross the feed to Werkheiser. Can't bank that one home. Rebound by Keely Rodden. Rodden hit 2 boards against the Cyclones on Friday. Meter, baseline drive, throws it up, collects the foul on the shot. Back to the line goes Aubrey Meter.
That worked really well. Herman had a great seal there. She was looking for the pass. Aubrey was able to get a lane, so she just turned that into a screen. Back to play her up a little bit more. Got her a good lane to the basket.
Broncos in the bonus. First one off for Meter, makes her 2 of 3. The was on the all Top Gun tournament team. Set her career high just recently for most threes in a game as Meter hits the second. All 3 points have come from the charity stripe for Meter. 13-15 Broncos, less than a minute to play. 7 seconds separate shot and game clock. Long throw to Cowan in the corner. Central, Dillevue. Double teamed. Werkheiser fouled on the shots. Kylie Werkheiser to shoot 2. They'll give the foul to Keely Rodden. This is kind of something new we're seeing this year compared to last year. The Broncos only ran a 6-lady rotation. Isabel Harris came off the bench. But now you're seeing the Broncos kind of letting it loose with this rotation. Checked in 7 or 8 so far in this game that have played.
Yeah, you might see it a little bit tighter than it has in games past because it's, again, the winner go home scenario. That changes things for sure from a lineup perspective.
And talking with Coach Tuttle back on Monday, she said it all depends on what the scenario is and what the game is. Easy screen and the drive to the lane, good for Isla Herman, who has 7. 1-point game, long throw to end the first quarter, and that one way off from Macy Hansen. Been a firework of a first quarter. Timberwolves up by 1 after 8 minutes of play. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about getting support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Health System cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
Sunflower Smack in the house. We'll have an interview with them at halftime. I know I mentioned second quarter, but of course we'll make sure that we have enough time for him at halftime. And I always appreciate what he's done for girls high school basketball here in the state of Kansas and promoting it and being a great avenue for promoting these women on the floor.
Yep,
phenomenal
absolutely.
stuff on social media. I've been a huge advocate for him and what he's done.
Yeah, if you're not following him, go follow him on Sunflower Smack on Instagram and Facebook. A lot of good content.
Kennedy Reddy was ready to start this second quarter. Our first 3 points of the game. Foul on the floor. They're going to give it to Macy Hansen for reaching in on Isla Herman. Already combined 6 fouls on the Timberwolves to start this game.
Yeah, the refs have been consistent. If you put 2 hands on them, there wasn't much contact there, but if you put 2 hands on them, they've been calling it since the game started. So
they'll run the play. It was tipped by Cross. Herman to Meter for 3. Got it from the corner. First field goal for Aubrey Meter. It's a triple. Hansen to Werkheiser. They wanted a foul. They weren't going to get one.
Got a gift there. Werkheiser won't miss that one very often.
Can the Broncos get some points on the board? Herman down low. Collects the foul and the basket. Isla Herman's in takeover mode. She's got 9.
You know, and that wasn't a typical Isla Herman shot. Normally she goes into the contact because she has the size over the person that's usually guarding her. This scenario is the opposite. She actually did kind of a fadeaway. I think it kind of caught the Blue Valley stuff, or Macy Hansen off guard, and she reached and fouled her.
That was our attic storage of Spring Hill instant replay. Attic offers climate-controlled units, RV and vehicle storage, plus clean, move-in ready spaces. It's a vendor-owned, community-focused business. Attic features monitored 24/7 units with friendly on-site managers. Rent, reserve, and pay online at attic-storage.com. Hartman completes the 3-point play. Broncos in front by 2. 3 on the way from Hansen. Way over the mark. They'll say last stop from McConnell trying to go for the inbound. You could argue that Werkheiser may have had a essential last tip, but McConnell was the one that took it out of bounds. That's where they're going to go for that call.
Yeah, I felt like maybe it was the contact that pushed her out of bounds, but yeah, she definitely had possession when she landed out of bounds for sure.
Timberwolves with second life here. Cross drives in, throws it up, and it's no good. Rebound was tipped, still on the floor. Isla Herman to collect the board. Meters poked away by Cross. To Ready for 3, got it. Kennedy Ready with 6 points. And the Timberwolves back in front by just a point.
The threes have been kind to them tonight for sure.
Meter trying to fit the needle there. And they're going to get him with a travel.
Yeah.
That's a costly turnover. That was Gabby Cowan. Just took a bit too many extra steps of the dribble.
Sometimes when you have that open of a lane and you're like, I got to make sure I get the steps right. Uh-oh. Got to make sure I go off the right foot.
4 turnovers apiece in the first half. And Meter trying to collect some contact. Cowan in transition, gets it to fall. Cowan's got 5. Timberwolves up by 3. Still a 1-possession game. We'll work it quick to Harris. Back for Meter. Fires inside, no good. And the rebound to go to Kennedy Ready.
Pace of the second half a little bit quicker than it was in the first.
Harris jumps, denies. Werkheiser, it's kicked around across for 3. That one won't go. Rebound, Werkheiser, and that one to go.
Werkheiser putting in the work down there on the block. Got the rebound, went up strong. Pretty good defense there by Isabel Harris too. But
And Harris with a shot down low, no good. Macy Hansen, her 3rd rebound.
I think you'll take that shot as often as you can get it. It's just a nice little, I don't know if you want to call it a hook shot, but nice little shot there in the lane. She'll shoot that at a pretty high percentage.
Not only that one from Werkheiser, also a high percentage shot that just over the mark, too strong. Meter with her 4th rebound. Meter to the lane, no good. Harris secures the board, trying to feed it to Meter. That one turned over now. Kylan Herman with a steal. Meter trying to keep it in play, but cannot.
Yeah, again, I wish Isabel Harris would just take that ball and go up strong. She can make that. She can take contact. She can shoot free throws. She can do all those things.
And in Q, Coach Tuttle will take a full timeout. No, we'll take with him. 4:10 to play in the second quarter. Timberwolves up by 5. Winner go home. We'll have the rest of this half for you here, right on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future.
Appreciate Michael Grant for all he does for Spring Hill Sports Live. Been a loyal member to us, but fortunately, I have to cut him off to get us back to coverage of Sub-State basketball here on Spring Hill Sports Live. And Cross is fouled on the shots. And to give that one to Kylan Herman. That's her first. Just the first team foul of the quarter for the Broncos. Combined 2 personal fouls for Spring Hill in this game. Make it actually 3. First one good for Cross at the line. 65% as part of the All-Top Gun tournament team. Knocks them both down. 21-28. Timberwolves up by 7. Isla Herman over Macy Hansen. What a basket!
Yeah, I mean, you get into her body, she's going to go around you. If you don't get into her body, she's just going to shoot over you.
Isla's got 12. Cross to answer back with a 3 and does. Cross has 5. 8-point Timberwolf lead. Coach Taylor to the bench. It'll be Mia Hansen to the table. McConnell take it herself, throws it up. Shot off the mark, and that one falls out of bounds. It's off of Macy Hansen. It'll stay with the Broncos. Keely Rodden to check in for Mason Brackett. And Mia Hansen back in, takes out Kennedy Reddy. I think we were waiting to see on if we had 10 on the floor. Or I think also defensive position as well.
Yep, not one to reach over the line there.
Now the referees will discuss whether it was whether she stepped on the line, or if there's a defensive violation. We're gonna wait and see that call.
Yeah, this will be an interesting one. She did warn her before, because she must have been lined up, either breaking that plane.
I think she might have broke that plane. I think that's what they're going to discuss.
And I'm not sure what the rule is. I thought it was a warning and then a technical, but maybe it's not. Looks like we have a...
And it is going to be a technical foul.
That's huge.
Macy Hansen with 3 personal fouls, and Meter with 2 technical free throws. First one good.
And again, the referee warned her, like, you can't do that, and she must have done it anyway, so that's a big call there.
Meter makes it count. Free throws are good. She's at 5, makes 5 of 6 at the line for Meter. And the Broncos will get the ball back still. And this time they'll go from the sideline. Broncos trail by 6. Much needed points. You know they're going to get it to. Let Isla Herman cook. And she does, right on cue. It's now 14 for Isla Herman.
Yeah, the Timberwolves just start stepping out and stopping that. They had a person in position there, but
And that one taken away by Isla. Bounce pass too strong. Broncos looking for a big response. Meter for three. That one just off the front of the rim. Almost brought in by Isla Herman. It'll be Gabby Cowan before that one's stolen away. And they'll go for a backcourt violation.
A good effort there, though, by Kylan. Can't falter for that.
27-31. Timberwolves lead by 4. For the Broncos, if you can go to a lead within 2 possessions, I think you'll have to be happy. Herman pokes away at Cross. Another one poked away by Cross. Herman and Cross to the floor. Picked up by the Broncos. Meter forcing a dead ball.
Here to Kylan for 3.
Kylan for 3 from the corner. Can't knock it down. I'll say off the Broncos.
That possession right there tells you what we've been talking about all season about how Kylan has stepped up and takes their best offensive player and is just a dog on defense. That was a great defensive possession there by Kylan. Wish she would have got rewarded with the 3. That'd have been awesome.
2 minutes remaining. McConnell locking up Hansen for 3. Knocks it down.
Yep, got her 2. That was a 2.
It was a 2.
That was a tough shot. That was pretty good defense there by Addie.
So the first field goal for Mia Hansen today. Meter, good drive. Shot no good. Right in the rebound and the answer.
Right place, right time.
Keeley, who only logged 6 minutes on Friday, making the minutes count that she's got today in a big game. Cross. Kick out. Dillaval for 3. No good. Hansen the rebound and the answer. Mia Hansen's got 4. Kylan. Floater. Can't bank it home. Isla, that shot missed as well. Second opportunity for Isla. Right in for 3. That one off. Rebound goes to Cross. I'll say great defensive possession last stop of the Broncos. Big time stop by Isla.
Yeah, for sure. Broncos need a good defensive possession here.
Cross has to get it off, and does to Cowan. Mia Hansen for 3.
Can't let her that open.
Can't pay off. Cross the rebound. Will work it in for Werkheiser. To Cowan for 3. No. Isla Herman the rebound. Hesitates, throws it up, and it's just out.
Yeah, Isla wanted that one bad. That's not something she typically misses there. Had a mismatch, going to her strong side. But drew the contact. See if she can get it on the free throw line.
Isla Herman, her only trip was the and one opportunity she had earlier. First one's good. Herman the best on the team from the line, 79%. Committed to play at Missouri Valley after he's reached 1,000 career points, all Top Gun tournament team. Again, you go back last week against Bonner Springs, her career high of 31 on senior night. Impressive.
Well, she's on pace to break that here tonight. She's got 16 here in the first half.
And timeout, Coach Taylor in the Timberwolves, 30-second timeout that we'll keep it here for. We'll go over this bracket.
Are you going to make me try to see that again?
I'll read it off to you.
Guys, visitors, if you don't know, he's a much younger than I am. Therefore, he's got much better eyesight. With my glasses, I can't even read
I wear
that.
contacts, man, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the truth comes out.
Aquinas takes on Turner. And then Bonner and DeSoto. That's Sub-State number 1. Sub-State 2, Shawnee Heights off to a phenomenal start in the UKC. They'll have Sumner. And then on the bottom side, Pittsburgh. That'll be on Pittsburgh Sports Live. They take on Washington. St. James Academy's got the Hawks, and then, of course, our matchup here, Spring Hill and Blue Valley Southwest. And then in Sub-State 4, Baser Linwood, who rocketed after the second half of the season. They take on Highland Park. They'll play the winner of Piper and Leavenworth. Should be a great Sub-State. Of course, it's the road to Wichita State. 5A and 6A will share the venue at Wichita State, but, of course, I'll talk with Sunflower Smack on the new quarterfinal bracket on how that works. That's all coming up on our Bronco Granite Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. We'll break down the scoring. We'll have the interview with Sunflower Smack and much more. Last seconds, Herman denies Hanson. McConnell to the floor, and she's in pain. Meter fakes for three. Can't fall. Kylan the rebound and the second chance. Kylan's got 5. And that's how we end the half. A 2-point ball game in Spring Hill. Broncos and the Timberwolves are flying just like we imagined. And it's the Timberwolves who take us to the half with a lead by 2. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live. Our Michael Granite Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show comes your way after this.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Both my older sons have come through Strode Orthodontics. It's reasonable, it's been easy to make appointments and to follow through. Adam has finished the process and they've been fabulous for following up and making sure his retainers fit correctly. My younger son, Lucas, just started at 13. I would highly recommend Strode for anyone considering it. Starting the braces process, they'll tell you what's going on and make it easy, not scary, well-informed. It's nothing you can't handle.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back here for our halftime show presented by Michael Granite Farm Bureau Financial Services. Michael's goals to help you plan for the unexpected to protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them on 17 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. Brenda Bolin back here with you for our halftime show. I've got a very special guest. Half of the Sunflower Smack, I've got Toto in the house. And Toto, it's great to have you here on our halftime show. I'd always appreciate what you do for high school girls basketball in the area.
Yeah, Brandon, thank you for having me. It's great. Great atmosphere for a girls game, sub-state, getting started here.
I know I asked which one of you on Instagram this morning if you were coming out, and you're like, yeah. I'm like, perfect, I'll have you on. So I think my first initial question is, what kind of led you to building the Sunflower Smack and what was the inspiration behind that? What's the drive behind it now, especially?
Yeah, well, I'm going to keep it summarized, but the Oz and I coached girls basketball in the area for a long time, and our girls got old enough where they kind of were playing high school ball, and we wanted to raise more attention to girls basketball in the area, and we just started a thing called a podcast back in the day, and we send our shows, once they're interviewed, players' interviews, and we send them up to Olathe Northwest High School. The kids there do some work on it, get their real world credit, and send it back, and we rolled out on either SoundCloud or Spotify or any of our Instagram pages. So we just keep doing it because it's the side effort is we get to know a lot of the kids off the court and on the court, and as long as people keep listening and watching us, we'll keep rolling. Love it.
And I know last year when we had the sub-state championship matchup, which one of you decided to pick against the Broncos?
I know.
Yeah.
You know what?
It was you.
I have a reputation by both of these teams for picking against them. And, I walked in tonight, Coach Taylor at Blue Valley Southwest looked at me and gave me a hard time. And then, Paige gave me a quick halfway wave along the way, too. So we'll see what happens tonight. But it's a close one here tonight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and looking over this game, what have you seen so far? 33-35 our score at halftime. Timberwolves up on the Broncos by 2. What have you seen so far?
I kind of thought that if Blue Valley Southwest was able to keep this game, down in the 40s, I thought Blue Valley Southwest would probably have a chance. But if it got up to be a high-scoring game, Spring Hill would win this thing. And here we are at halftime in a relatively high-scoring game at 35-33, and the visitors are on top. Crazy. But, I noticed – Spring Hill has Spring Hill has, Isla Herman and Aubrey Meter have been scoring well, but you look at Blue Valley Southwest, I think 7 players have scored. They've hit 6 threes today, and that's what they need, to get roll. But, they got some foul trouble with the Hansen sisters, and, they've still been able to maintain this lead.
Yeah, I kind of like to talk about, often that Isla Herman, if there's a big game, she's going to will her way to be able to rise to the occasion. She's got 16 for the Broncos so far, 6 double-doubles on the season. But I think the one thing counteracting that is the Timberwolves have been active on the board so far, limiting those second and third chance opportunities. So in your mind, I'd like to, for the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce keys to the game, I'd like you to give a key for each of these teams headed into the second half.
Well, I think Spring Hill's going to have to maybe stretch out their defense a little bit. I know that they originally were trying to pack in a little bit on the freshman Werkheiser in there, and she's been a really nice freshman player for them. I think they're going to have to extend a little bit as long as Blue Valley Southwest keeps hitting the threes. So I would say defending the three is going to be big for Spring Hill. On the other end, I think Blue Valley Southwest is going to have to stay out of foul trouble. They're going to have to be a little less aggressive. I know this is a big game, and they want to win against a team they've played, I think, 3 years in a row at Sub-State.
Yes.
But, I think kind of scaling back their aggressiveness maybe on the defensive side may be best for them.
My final question for you real quick as Blue Valley Southwest is out of the locker room. What's kind of the goal you envision for the future of Sunflower Smack, and what's kind of the message you want to, give to fans about, growing the positivity and grow the following of girls basketball here in the state of Kansas?
Yeah, I think probably the biggest thing has been just with we've tried to make it what people want to hear. Early on we used to do hour-long shows. People don't want to sit and listen to an hour of us talking about basketball, but so we've tried to move it a little bit more towards social media things. Our shows are about 15 or 20 minutes, a lot more post-game interviews of players. People want to hear from players. And really just providing scores out there and that type of thing so people have a place to go to check things out. But that's probably the main thing that we really want to do. And as far as bringing attention to the kids, it's last night we'll roll out a show today that had Sanaya Copeland, Peyton Verholz, some other D1 players playing their last college games and just giving them a little bit of chance to reflect and share some of their stories. So just spreading the word about some of the cool kids that are out here. There's so many across the state.
Absolutely. Well, I love what you and the Oz do. Appreciate you, Toto, for jumping on our halftime show with us, and excited to see what more you guys do for this sport and for the positive growth of this game.
You bet. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. That was Toto, half of Toto and the Oz here on the Sunflower Smack Show. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, second half action for you here from Spring Hill. Bronco basketball back on the air. Just a matter of moments.
Awesome, thank you.
No problem.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, and Curtis, I know Toto gave a key for each team. For Southwest, stay out of foul trouble. For the Broncos, got to stretch the defense. But what would you, in your opinion, say the big key for the Broncos is?
Well, it makes you feel like I'm doing something right because the Broncos have to stretch the defense. More than half of the Southwest points have come from the three-point line. They made 6 3-pointers that first half. They have 35 for the game, so that was my key coming out of the game. So that gives me a little bit of validation that maybe sometimes I know what I'm talking about. And for Southwest, they have not been successful in any way, shape, or form trying to slow down Isla Herman or Aubrey Meter, which was my first half. I'm going to stick with my guns on that one. If they can slow those two down and force the Broncos to get someone else to put the points up, then they'll be successful. But right now, I like our chances. Our two-headed monsters at full strength.
Here we go, third quarter. It's win or go
I
home.
don't know. That was a lot of contact to start with.
Herman's denied down low by Werkheiser.
That's good defense there by Werkheiser. Just staying with her size, just staying vertical. No foul.
Cross for a three. Off the back of the iron, Isla Herman picks up the rebound. It's her fifth. Meter was lost by Harris. Great hesitation move by Hansen. Tamia Hansen in the corner, knocks down the triple. Hansen's got 7.
Yeah, that was a good hesitation there by Macy, and was able to find her sister for the 3. It's a good shot.
Meter can't answer back. Macy Hansen, her 4th rebound. 5-point lead for Southwest. Great find. Macy Hansen down to Kylie Werkheiser. And it's a quick run as the Broncos are going to call a full timeout. The third used by the Broncos. Broncos have a full and a 30 left in the timeout chamber. 33-40, 4-0 run to start for the Timberwolves here in quarter number 3. Back in just a minute. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Timberwolves start off this third quarter with a 5-0 run in a span of about a minute and 13 seconds. Broncos trying to look for a response.
Yeah, not what you wanted from to start the third quarter here, but got to get settled in.
McConnell left alone on the wing for a 3. That one off the back of the iron. It's me Hansen the rebound. Broncos getting the open looks, just have not been able to get the baskets to fall. Macy Hansen to Mia Hansen. Shot no good. Isla Herman, 16 points, 6 rebounds. Herman, fadeaway jumper inside. That one won't fall. Harris had a hand on it. Last stop of, they'll say, the Broncos.
can see Coach Tuttle just trying to encourage her team. It'll be a good stop on defense here. And the Broncos only a 60 and a 30 left. Timberwolves have all 3 60s and 1 30 left. Macy Hansen, sidestep, 3, no. Rebound chased down by Kylie Cross. That's her 4th rebound. Macy Hansen all alone. That one won't fall. 3rd chance now given by Werkheiser. That one stolen away by the Broncos. Work to the corner, Meter, a 3, no. Isabel Harris chases down the rebound. And Herman makes him pay. That's now 18 points for Isla Herman. Broncos their first points of the 3rd quarter. Here comes the noise inside the gymnasium. Big time 2nd half needed. Cross, the drive, the finish. Make it 5 for Kylie Cross. McConnell, a lot of contact on the pass. Timberwolves trying to work a double team. Harris can't bank it home. It went to her on the post moves. And again, you mentioned, Curtis, they're trusting her with the confidence.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Again, I think you'll take those. Blue Valley Southwest has really stepped up their defense, I think, on the perimeter. So the inside game maybe is where we're going to find it. We'll see if Coach Tuttle adjusts and put Isla back on the block a little bit.
Meter gets the fake, and the shot she's fouled on. 2 free throws coming up for Aubrey Meter. And we'll wait to see who this one is on. That's on Macy Hansen, and that is her 4th. And that's real trouble for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, that's a tough call there.
That's
definitely contact. I think there might have been a couple of them could have called it on, so I guess from my vantage point, I couldn't see who it was. But
Meter misses the first, only her 2nd miss today. Harris out of the game. Keeley rotted in. Macy Hansen is out. Alongside Kennedy Reddy. Hazel Dillevue along with Gabby Cowan check in for Blue Valley Southwest. 2nd one falls for Meter, 1 of 2 that trip. Has made 6 free throws out of her 8 attempts.
Yeah, that's been the bulk of her success here this evening, has been at the free throw line. Continuing to play good defense, as always.
That one out of the hands of Mia Hansen. Only the 2nd Timberwolf turnover for the Broncos. You're going to need points on this possession. But we'll have to wait. Coach Taylor using his final 30-second timeouts that we'll take with him. 42-36, Broncos answer back. They still trail by 2 possessions. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience, with our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
or land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Little under 4 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Timberwolves started off hot. The Broncos found an answer, but are on a mission to try and tie this thing up. Offensive foul on McConnell. Just ran right into him.
Yeah.
It looked like she was trying to go for a cut, but I believe just kind of ran into that defender there.
Judgment call by the ref, can't dispute it. And again, they won't listen for my opinion. BJ is shaking his head no at me, so we share that opinion. But
tough take by Mia Hansen. She's got 9.
Yeah, she's really kind of come alive here.
Kylan, the fake, the floater, fouled on the shot, count it!
Wow.
Let's go to our Attic Store, just Spring Hill instant replay there. It's gonna, wow. Hughes kind of throwing it up and.
Well, she does that. She has that long running kind of, that running floater. And, I mean, that's how she scored at the end of the first half. But that was tough to go in there amongst the trees, Don't discount the impact that Kylan Herman's having on this game here. That was a fantastic play.
She's got 8. Just 2 shy of her career high, and then a big steal by Meter. 1-on-1. Euro steps her way through. That one no good. Rebound tipped around, but brought in by Kylie Werkheiser.
You got to have those.
Broncos nice to stop the transition offense. Timberwolves trying to reset. Broncos pestering this offense. Open room for Cowan. The backs get to fall for Cowan. She's got 7.
Really pretty balanced attack for Blue Valley Southwest. Nobody in double figures yet. We got a couple of them with 9, a couple with 7. Really balanced scoring so far.
Meter lost her dribble, trying to reset, trying to get some contact. Meter, a 3 on the way. That one just off. Kylie Cross, her 5th rebound already. Here she goes, 1-on-1, attacks the rim and gets the layup to go. Cross has 9.
Yeah, you got to stop the ball there. I mean, that's can't let Kylie Cross go end to end with it like they just did, or that's what's going to happen.
Tough shot by Herman. Kylie Cross again to Hansen. Transition offense. That one no good. Werkheiser right behind for the rebound in the basket. Werkheiser's got 10. Or excuse me, 11. Isla Melius. Along with Isabel Harris to the bench. Meter trying to throw up a shot that won't go. Werkheiser, that's 7. Hansen to Delaval for 3. Knocks it down.
Yeah, I think there's a timeout coming here for Spring Hill.
And there is. It's a 30-second timeout.
2 possessions too late.
And the Timberwolves are on a run. 53-39. Minute and a half to play in the third quarter. The Timberwolves slowly starting to pull away here.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Well, for the Broncos, it's been a weird third quarter. You trail by 2, 5-0 start for the Timberwolves. You respond back and kind of flirt with the deficit of 6, and now the Timberwolves found themselves on a run. They lead by 14 with a minute and a half to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Spring Hill here, if you can keep it under 10 going into the fourth quarter, it might be the best you can do, but it's going to have to start on the defensive end.
Nice feed, Herman to Harris. That one to fall. Harris has 4.
It's the 4th assist for Isla. To go along with her 18 points and 4 rebounds.
Cross, open lane, dumps it down. That pass too long from Werkheiser. Broncos reading the offense perfectly there. It was kind of that motion, that kind of the weave play almost. Just trying to create a lot of turning eyes for the defense. Broncos didn't falter that time. Herman goes to work down low over 2 defenders. It's just easy for Isla Herman, who's got 20. Lead cut down to 10 like you wanted, Curtis.
Now we got to get a big stop here. Maybe we can get it down to single digits. Oh, she got away with a walk. She got away with a walk. BJ agrees with me.
Hansen, triple teamed. They're going to call a foul. call the foul on Isla Emilius, the 5'5 junior. Plays a lot of minutes for this squad. Had 17 last Friday. Didn't log a single statistic, but has been a steady presence as the junior, just wanting her to grow.
Yeah, her defense is I mean, that's her calling card at this point in her career. Hopefully she can develop more of an offensive game next year in her senior year, but right now she's brought in for defensive specialty.
Kylan Herman picks up her second personal foul on the shot. Or maybe her second, yeah. That was correct. 2 at the line for Kylie Cross. First one up and good. Cross, part of the senior class that was just one step away from the state tournament. But of course they lost in the hands of the Broncos here in Spring Hill. But now, big win tonight. If things go their way, they'll be one step closer. Herman, the screen, 3 on the way. Off the side of the iron, rebound, Harris, and the basket to follow up. Harris has 6 points. And it's a 10-point deficit for the Broncos after 3. If you remember, in the fourth quarter, a lot of magic happened. Can history repeat itself? 8 minutes to decide this 10-minute rivalry. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on your home of Bronco Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
I've been doing real estate for 8 years now, and we've run across clients where they're interested in land, but then what do we do with it? Well, what do you want to do with it?
There's a lot of pressure on the individuals now to make those decisions quickly. And I think with our experience and our backgrounds, we know how to work with the cities and how to work with the contractors to make it a smoother process for the buyer.
So if you're looking for real estate
or land planning services,
contact us today at epre.biz.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Fourth quarter, 8 minutes left to decide this big matchup. Broncos trail by just 10. Shot missed, rebound. Gabby Cowan.
Can't give them too many second chances like that.
Cross in the lane, no good. Steals it away. Third chance for the Wolves. 3 on the way, ready. That one's good.
That was the worst case scenario.
13-point lead and a steal for the Timberwolves. Werkheiser to Reddy. That one no good. Werkheiser the board and the second chance to go. Werkheiser's got 13. A 15-point deficit for the Broncos. Meter has that one poked out. Picked up by Harris, has to save it. And it's kept in by Herman. To Kylan, floater up and off the back of the iron. Werkheiser's been a workhorse. 9 rebounds for Kylie Werkheiser.
I've got her for 5. Yeah, she's played great here. Deep Broncos got to get a stop here. This is danger territory.
Hansen had room, thought about the 3, will pass it off. Ready for 3. On one off. Meter the board, that's her 5th. Trying to go in transition, lost her dribble, has to pick it up. Harris goes to work on Werkheiser. Oh, wow, look at Isabel Harris go.
That's 6 points in like a 3-minute span. Getting some confidence, that's exciting.
It's 8 for Isabel. Mia Hansen, shot inside, fall, does not fall.
Yeah, it was a good challenge there by Isabel too.
Meter steps back for Kylan in the corner. Back for Meter. Broncos, I guess, will look for a three. Meter works it inside, throws up a shot, and it falls. Meter's got 11.
Yeah, Aubrey doesn't need too much space to get that shot up. That's pretty good defense, too. So good tough shot there by the senior.
Deficit's down to 11. Big time minutes for the Broncos. Ready to Hansen in the corner. Werkheiser the give back to Hansen. Ready, long throw, cross, baseline drive. Harris closes out, and another skip pass. Hansen a three. That one just off Isla Herman to grab the board. That's her 7th rebound. Herman, the drive, and the tough finish for Isla Herman. 22 for Isla. Timberwolves want a timeout that they're going to get. Trying to cut out this run by the Broncos. Started off down 15, and now the Broncos have worked themselves back to down just 9. 5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Broncos got a run going. Can they keep it up when we come back here on Spring Hill Sports Live?
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Broncos have responded well after trailing by as large as 15. They cut down to 9. There's still work to do for the side of Spring Hill. It's 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, you just, again, it's got to start here. Every defensive possession matters. And something to keep an eye on. And notice Mia Hansen, she was coming to the bench. She was limping a little bit about her knee there, so something to keep an eye on if she's able to get back in the game or not.
Three-pointer from Reddy got closed out on. Just enough time for the Broncos to get a big steal. That play somehow worked to fruition. Isla Herman's got 24. And the Broncos go from down 15 to down 7. Hansen trying to throw up a shot for contact. Nothing doing off of, they'll say, McConnell. Timberwolf basketball still. As Mia Hansen checks back in, it's Kennedy ready to go off.
Yeah, Broncos are very fortunate that last possession there. Meter was able to save it over to McConnell, who found Herman for the easy bucket. That could have easily went the other direction, so we're very fortunate there. It's a big play.
McConnell guards up on Hansen. Kick out cross, corner three on the way, and good. Cross has 14. Back to a 10-point game. Meter trying to take it herself, fouled on the shot. 2 free throws coming up for Aubrey Meter.
These are big free throws here.
I'll give the foul to Kylie Werkheiser. That's her 3rd. First of the quarter for either team. Aubrey Meter, who's 6 of 8 today, has a chance at 2 more. First one falls. Next free throw can tie her career high in made free throws at 8. It's been out so close several times. But has a chance with this free throw to tie it here. These free throws are huge. Makes the second. 13 points for Meter. 8 of the 13 from the line. Been so good about getting there. 8 of 10 on the seat, 8 of 10 in the game. Macy Hansen, tough take, 7 points.
Yeah, again, the Broncos got to stop the ball there. That's too easy.
Meter double teamed. Ball's dead, has to find an outlet for McConnell. McConnell will take a 3 from the wing, just off the side of the glass. And they'll call a foul on Aubrey Meter for a reach. That's just her 2nd. First of the quarter. And again, the one thing you have to monitor, for the Timberwolves, they have just 2 timeouts, both fulls. The Broncos have 1 full timeout. They'll have to use it sparingly.
For sure. Yeah, that rebound there by Kylie, you know, they've got good size. Kylie Cross has 8 rebounds for a 5'5" guard. That's pretty impressive.
And they were ready for it there.
Yeah, she's been all over the floor.
Cross trying to find Macy Hansen, poked away by McConnell. They'll move it to the Bronco bench. McConnell close by guarding Mia Hansen. This has been quite the matchup. McConnell to Werkheiser. Kick out Macy Hansen, a 3. One just off Kylan Herman, her 3rd rebound. It's kept alive by Kylan Herman. Poked at by Hansen. Left alone for 3. It's Herman. That one just off. It was an open look for Isla Herman. Is just off the mark. Timberwolves trying to slow down and reset. They're across the timeline. Macy Hansen. Kick out to Mia. Now for Gabby Cowan. Cross, who's got points aplenty. Timberwolves trying to milk as much clock as they can. Cross got the screen. Looks to drive. Denied out of bounds by Harris. Shot clock down to 8. Broncos looking for a stop. Stay down. They're down 10. Long throw. Macy Hansen down to Mia. Posts up on McConnell. And the basket to go for Mia Hansen, who's got 11. Broncos will have to work some magic here. Down to the last 2 minutes. Meters fouled on a reach, and that's going to be on Macy Hansen, I believe. Yep. And that's her 5th. Macy Hansen has fouled out of this game with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. But in turn, they'll have Kennedy ready, who's hit 3 triples already. Without one of their premier young stars, Macy Hansen has been the main facilitator, averages 2 assists, which leads the team. Meter, a 3. That one's off the top of the backboard, off the shot clock. Back the other way with the ball with the Timberwolves, under 2 minutes to play.
Yeah, the Broncos just haven't been able to find the range from the three-point line tonight. That's been a struggle for us a little bit versus Blue Valley Southwest. They've really been able to hit the threes tonight.
Mia Hansen deflected by McConnell, taken in by Herman. One-on-one will go against Cowan. Count it! This when you need her most, Isla Herman steps up and delivers.
Yeah, for Cowan there, if you're going to try to stop her, you're going to have to get more contact than that. You know, try to wrap her up if you can, or just play good defense and, you know, take it for what it is. But you certainly don't want to do what just happened, which is foul Isla and send her to the free throw line.
Herman took a big roll before it falls in. Isla has 28 points. Ties her earlier career high. Great pass from Hansen across the timeline. Broncos looking to foul, and they do. Meter picks up her 3rd personal. And the thing for the Broncos they've done great is they've kept themselves out of foul trouble. They have fouls to give.
Yeah, and they'll spend those here rather quickly, I would anticipate.
And that has to be a backcourt.
How is that not a backcourt?
Kylan Herman will foul.
That could have been a back and forth twice.
Kylan Herman picks up her 3rd personal. Inbound for Cowan. Broncos have 2 more. And Kylan will pick up her 4th personal. Somebody else other than Kylan will have to foul here.
Yeah, you don't want Kylan to foul out, because if we need some
and they're asking for Isla to foul. Isla does not have a personal foul. They'll get McConnell instead. That's her 2nd. Timberwolves in the bonus with a minute 29 to play.
I've got Kylie Cross leading the Timberwolves in both rebounds and points. She's got 14 points and 9 rebounds. Stepping up to the free throw line for a couple more.
Cross's first free throw is good. For Cross, who came in averaging only 9 a game, has surpassed that with a bit more. Second one, no good. Isla Herman, a few rebounds away from a double-double. Herman, a 3 on the way, left it short. McConnell, right place, right time. That one off for McConnell. Rebound taken in by Werkheiser. And a foul on the floor. Addie McConnell picks up her third personal foul. And to the line will go Gabby Cowan. First trip for Gabby Cowan, 40% from the line this season. First one off the mark. Hit the rim and then fell off. Minute 16 for the Broncos. Season on the line, down by just 10. And the second one off. Isla just 1 rebound away from a double-double. Isla steps back, thought about the 3. They'll work it to Kylan for a 3 this time. That one banked off. Isla grabs rebound number 10. And her shot no good. Rebound Kylie Cross, who's fouled. 14 points, 10 rebounds for Kylie Cross.
Yep, she's played a heck of a game here. Really, her damage has kind of been done in the last 3 quarters. First quarter, didn't do too much there in the first quarter to hurt us, but she sure has the last 3 quarters. She's put on a show here.
First one from Cross is good. Second one up and true. Broncos down 12. Have some work to do.
Yeah, just got to get a 3 up quick and then get to a foul as soon as possible.
That pass tipped and taken up by Werkheiser. Broncos will foul. It's going to go on Isabel Harris. That's her first. And back to the line goes Kylie Cross, who will just continue to add to her impressive day. Broncos student section got her to miss the first. Second one up and true. Cross has made 8 free throws today. Broncos have to get something off here. Herman, 3 on the way. Just off, rebound meter. Throws up a shot, that one off. Rebound Hansen. And she's fouled. Broncos have not been able to hit the open looks. Isabel Harris picks up her second personal. Mia Hansen this time to the line for 2 shots. First trip for Hansen. 2-time all-Top Gun tournaments. It's been one of the program's best.
Thank you.
Set the program record at 34 points in a game against Lewisburg, the Frontier League foe. Makes the second one. 13 for Mia Hansen. Last seconds for the Broncos. Herman, step back 3. That one does not go. Rebound.
Traveled.
Werkheiser. They're going to get her the travel.
Yep.
And Coach Tuttle will use her final timeout with 13.4 seconds remaining.
They bring in the seniors here. Brooklyn Love checking in the game.
Brooklyn Love, Mason Brackett, Kaylee Schubert to check in. It's the Broncos seniors who have spent the last 4 years in this program, dedicated a lot of time. Sophia Johnson will check in for Southwest. But again, for the Broncos seniors, Schubert, Love, bracket who battled an injury last year. The three of them will get a chance last seconds at a playoff game. As for Spring Hill, their season might end here.
Yeah, and we got to take a second to appreciate. You see the raw emotion there on the bench. Aubrey Meter's such a competitor. Leaves it out on the court every single game, every second she's on the floor. And Isla Herman, again, played as a basically 4-year starter for this program. Just one of the all-time greats to do it. So you got to Spring Hill, hope you appreciate what you had here with those two over the years, because they've given a lot to the program.
Workensler picks up her 4th personal. Brackett's fouled on the shot. Mason Brackett will look to score her first postseason points. First one no good. It was in for a matter of moments back in the first half. But Brackett's second chance. That one does not fall. Rebound for Ella Kenton, the senior, with her first statistic of the game. For Blue Valley Southwest, they were knocked out in the sub-state final last year. Knocked the Broncos out the year before. This time they'll knock the Broncos out here, and they'll have a chance to go to the sub-state final for a chance to be one step closer to Wichita. Final score, Blue Valley Southwest 73, Broncos 58. And for a special group of seniors and a special season for the Broncos in their last season of Frontier League play, the road ends for them here at home. Blue Valley Southwest earned their 12th win of the season. The Broncos fall to 16-8. Our post-game show presented by Elliott Insurance Group to follow up. We'll recap this matchup and we'll preview what could possibly come for spring sports here on your home of the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
First Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Kansas City Chiefs and the University of Kansas Cancer Center are at the top of their game. Both organizations know excellence comes through their actions. It's about giving support and collaborating together. It's providing comfort and leadership to forge the path to success. The University of Kansas Cancer Center cares for you in every moment, no matter how small. Learn more at kucancercenter.org.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models, diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Back for our post-game show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Our post-game show presented by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both. The offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. Well, the Broncos, boys and girls, will end their postseason runs here in Spring Hill. Final score of the girls' game, 73-58. Blue Valley Southwest will win and advance to play the winner of J.C. Harmon and St. James Academy, which I will try and get that St. James score for you in just a moment. But Curtis, your final thoughts.
Well, you know, the tough about any sport is that there's only going to be one team at the end of the year that wins their final game, and that's the state champion. And unfortunately for the girls here this evening and the boys last night, it wasn't meant to be for the Spring Hill Broncos, and that's unfortunate. Girls had a great year this year. You know, there was a lot of growth in the youngsters, but you can't help but tip your cap to Aubrey Meter and Isla Herman. They brought it every game. You know, Isla ended up with 27 tonight, and Aubrey ended up with 13, and so you really feel it more for the seniors because it's the last time they're going to suit up. You know, and for some of them, it's the end of their basketball career. Isla and Aubrey, of course, are going on to play at the next level, and I think they'll be very successful at that. So they've got it to look forward to. It for the other seniors, you know, this might mark the end of their competitive basketball career, and that's tough. And you saw that if you saw, I don't know where the camera was, but you saw some of that raw emotion on the bench, and it speaks to the competitiveness of those girls. They fought hard. They knew they were going to have their hands full here tonight. Blue Valley Southwest is a continually difficult program to beat. Like they're just a solid program all around. You know, big 5A school like us, and you know they shot the ball better from deep than we did tonight. We didn't defend that well, and then we couldn't stay in front of Kylie Cross. You know, when your 5'5" guard leads you in points and rebounds, that says something about her effort. She clearly wanted it tonight, and she went out and made her mark on it. And so tip your cap to the Blue Valley Southwest Timberwolves. They earned it here tonight, and the Broncos just have to, you know, it's the start of the off season, so you got to start thinking about next year. And you know, it's a tough one, but they shouldn't hang their head. They had a great season, and there's some building blocks there for next year. So I'm sure Coach Tuttle is going to console the seniors here, and then take a little bit of time off and then start thinking about the off-season program.
Yeah, she told me on Monday she'll have a couple weeks off before she gets back into the swing of track. So she'll have some time off, and so will the seniors. A couple of them, they'll have a few weeks off. But just to confirm, I just tuned in. The St. James and Harmon game ended quite early with 4 minutes left. St. James won 100-9 against the Harmon Hawks. So Blue Valley Southwest will head to Lenexa on Saturday at 5 p.m. to take on the Thunder.
Well, I don't think the outcome of that game was a surprise, but the score certainly is. And
mind you, I said they ended with 4.5 minutes to play.
Wow.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I always like it when the parents come and say you did a good job. I love it.
I love it.
It doesn't happen often, so we enjoy that.
And again, we'll have to talk about, of course, there's 3 in double figures for the Timberwolves. We'll start with the leading scorer, Kylie Cross, EK all honorable mention last year. 18 points, 10 rebounds. I didn't have the full total count of the assists, but Kylie Cross, phenomenal game.
Couple of assists. Yep.
Mia Henson with 13 points and 5 rebounds. She had a huge second half after only scoring 4.
Yeah, she
then
did a lot of damage there in the second half for sure.
Kylie Werkheiser picks up her 4th double-double, 13 points and 10 rebounds. I know you probably had her for a couple more, but she was well aware of a double-double. So 2 Timberwolves at the double-double, and I knew, in talking with their assistant coach Patrick, who used to be a Paola assistant coach with Coach Oshel on the boys' side, he told me that he feels like this girls' team was ready and they were in a groove. They were playing some of their best basketball. And I talked about this. This is 2 teams that are playing their best basketball right now, and it's a matter of which team is going to come out on top here in a big-time environment. And for the Timberwolves, they did just that. Congratulations to them. Coach Taylor, a huge win for them. They'll have a chance to go to Lenexa to take on St. James on Saturday at 5 p.m. on the Thunder Broadcasting Network.
Yeah, and that should be a great matchup, I think. Obviously St. James is a very, very skilled program as well, but Blue Valley Southwest, they really can spread the floor, and they can have 6 or 7 people come in and hit a 3 or get to the bucket. That's a well-balanced program. Our girls played here tonight, and I think that St. James Blue Valley Southwest game is going to be a fun game to watch.
And for the Broncos in scoring, Isla Herman records her 7th double-double of the season, 28 points, and I had over 10 rebounds for her as the Southwest players next to me celebrate their big win.
Yep.
7th double-double for Isla, and again, I mentioned on the broadcast, if there's a big game, she would rise up to the occasion and did just that, but unfortunately just not enough tonight. But what a career she has had. Again, over 1,000 points. Is going to play at the next level at a solid program in Missouri Valley College. I mean, just a phenomenal game from Isla Herman, and that's something that you don't have to hang your head on. This was a phenomenal way to end your career here at Spring Hill.
Yeah.
And for Aubrey as well, who finished with 13. And again, doing what she did best. She continued to draw contact and go to the line because she has a strong take to the baskets. And she also just recently announced that she's going to go play at Avila, and well-deserving of finding a home. She'll get to play for the Eagles out of the KCAC in the NAIA. So, Coach Charlie, you have to feel proud. You have 2 players going to play at the next level in the NAIA. Impressive careers for them, too. And then also Isabel Harris, another phenomenal career game, who finished with 8 points. And, although she's not going to play basketball in the next level, she's going to follow in both of her sisters' footsteps and do rowing at Kansas State University, a solid program for the young head coach. I mean, you just have to feel proud of the seniors as well, and you have to give your hats off to Kaylee Schubert, Brooklyn Love. And then I talked with Coach Tuttle. That interview, I know it was supposed to go out today. It'll go out later. Emery feedback as well. I mean, she was battling an injury her junior year alongside with Margot Todd, who couldn't play last year because of an injury. Another injury, another foreseen circumstances that just would not be able to let her play. I mean, you got to give your hat off to these group of seniors that did so much for this program, and it was just a phenomenal group to cover. They were very caring, they were very humble, they were eager to go to work, and you mentioned they're competitive, and that's what this team was all about, being a competitive group that went hard every single day.
Yeah, I mean, Emery feedback 2 years in a row, not able to play because of injuries. Like, that's just that's tough, unfortunate circumstances, and same goes for, why am I drawing a blank? Kaylee Schubert, tearing her ACL and whatnot, and then trying to battle back from that. And I don't think she ever quite got back to herself here this year, but hats off to the seniors. Again, they were always there, even if they weren't able to play. They were at the practices, they were at the games, they were always encouraging, always the first ones up off the bench to high five. And so just an overall good group of seniors we had in Spring Hill. I hope you appreciated them, because we certainly did. It's been an honor to watch them play and call their games over the years, and I'm looking forward to continuing that next year.
Again, 73-58 the final score. Timberwolves will advance to Lenexa on Saturday at 5 p.m. to take on the St. James Academy Thunder. And folks, Curtis and I and all of us here at Varsity Sports Live, BJ in front of me, Caden behind me, we appreciate all the supports, all the kind words. It's been an honor to serve again the Spring Hill community, another
season of Bronco basketball here on Spring Hill Sports Live. We don't have our spring schedule quite yet, but be sure to visit our website at varsitysportslive.com so you don't miss when the next big matchup near you will be on the air. That'll do it for us here for this winter. We want to thank again all of our sponsors and all of the patrons, all of the parents, fans, whoever's been watching Spring Hill Sports Live. It's been an honor to serve you this winter. For my partner, Curtis Kaiser, Caden Carvalho, BJ Harris, and everyone here at Varsity Sports Live, I've been Brendan Bullen. You've been watching another presentation of Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live. We'll see you this coming spring. Have a great night, and as always, go Broncos.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at varsitysportslive.com.